Now, Syria continues its struggle to overcome the aftermath of the war and the effects of the blockade. The educational and scientific training of the children who are the country's hope for a better future constitutes one of the vital aspects of this struggle, where the role played by the Organization of Syrian Pioneers in cooperation with the Ministry of Education is highlighted. From Damascus, our correspondent Hisham Wannous has a report.
The 38th Annual Conference of the Syrian Pioneers Organization, held this week at the Al-Assad National Library in Damascus, provided a platform for exchanging views and putting forward new ideas and projects to consolidate the institution's work and improve its interaction with other governmental entities, in particular the Syrian Ministry of Education, to advance the intellectual, psychological, and social training of the country's children.
The Al-Baas Pioneers Organization developed its work in coordination and cooperation with the Syrian Ministry of Education and the Teachers Union, and these institutions work together in a complementary way to consolidate a patriotic sense of belonging among the children and to build a new, well-educated generation through a comprehensive educational process. The Organization of Pioneers of Syria makes enormous efforts for the intellectual development of the children of the country, and they do it in coordination with the Ministry of Education, and proof of this is the virtual magazine of pioneers that was launched as part of this work, that I hope it will count on the participation and contribution of all the children from Syria to enrich the infantile culture.
The participation of the Pioneers Organization in the development of primary schools courses, the creation of a public school as a national center for children's activities, the launch of an interactive virtual platform of the Pioneers magazine, as well as the representation of the organization in legal and judicial bodies defending children's rights, are the main goals to be achieved this year to improve the level of educational and scientific training of the new generations in Syria.
This virtual magazine platform aimed at children complements educational courses developed by the Ministry of Education, and we hope that we will continue the work that help us to keep up with technological and scientific progress worldwide in order to contribute in the most suitable way to the reconstruction of our homeland.
The launching of the virtual platform of the Pioneers magazine takes place within the framework of meeting the global and modern educational parameters in the field of distance learning in order to reach all the children of the country at any time, despite all the difficult circumstances, especially the limitations caused by the pandemic of the new coronavirus that is sweeping the world.
The National Museum in Damascus recently hosted the children's exhibition Fragrance of Jasmine in November, with the participation of 500 pioneers from all over the country, one of numerous activities that the Syrian Pioneers Organization, despite the difficult conditions resulting from the war, the blockade, and the COVID-19 pandemic, has not ceased to organize as part of its work to develop the creative and innovative talents of children, to root their attachment and belongings to the homeland, and to consolidate their faith in a better future.
Hisham Wannous, teleSUR, Damascus, Syria.
In Yemen, rescue